Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly, your staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living. And I bet you didn't think you were going to make it to the end of 2020. Well, it's almost here. So it's been an epic and epically scary and disappointing year. And hopefully 2021 is going to be better. And I wanted to share with you my top 10 tips and habits that I know are going to help me have a fantastic year and I know will help you. So my first one, since it is COVID and pandemic time, is winter wellness. So whether it's a cold or a flu in a normal cold and flu season, or whether you're concerned about coronavirus, we've got to follow the same tips and habits. And I have my winter wellness blog that I update every year with my updated strategies that are, front lines, cutting edge. So you can check out all those individual strategies in the blog, Winter Wellness. So that's my first one, is take care of yourself during this pandemic. If anything has been learned, and if anything has been good from this worldwide epidemic or pandemic, it's that we hopefully as a human species recognize that we must take care of ourselves and our health. Really, it's down to our individual responsibility. Doctors and practitioners can help us, but when it comes down to us, we've got to protect our own immune systems and do what we know and do what we can to build up our own health. So that's my first tip. Take care of your immune system. And you can check out my blogs on that topic. My second tip, and this is going to sound super easy and silly almost, but you have to drink water. I know. Our bodies are over 60% water. So most of your weight in your body is water. We have to drink water every single day. Humans can only go 48 to 72 hours without water. So we recently did a challenge at our house to see what it would be like to drink a gallon of water per day, spread out through the day. And what I found was that I was actually already drinking almost that much. And I rarely get headaches due to dehydration. Whereas other people in the household seem to get headaches a lot more and possibly due to dehydration. So not drinking enough water is linked to everything from depression, headaches, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and the list goes on. So it seems like it's something simple and wouldn't make that big of a difference, but water is essential to our overall health. So try it out. Try drinking a gallon of water per day and see what happens. My third tip, and I've also written a blog on this, is about sleep. Now, if you are not on the sleep bandwagon yet, now is the time to do it. So many studies and so much research showing that our mental and physical health and our longevity are tied to the amount and the quality of our sleep. So if you're not prioritizing getting enough sleep or getting to the root of why you can't sleep through the night, now is the time to prioritize that as one of your healthy habits for 2021. You can check out my blogs for more information about sleep. Okay, number 4, and this is always a work in progress for me and probably for most of you. That is cutting down on added sugars. Okay, I know, I said it. We're all going through the holidays and we are celebrating, and that usually means eating lots of treats. I know that. I live that every year. And I will always be on the bandwagon of cutting down on added sugar. So if you're like me and you have times that you're really good on really, really low amounts of sugar, and then you just kind of let it creep in, and then all of a sudden you're eating sugar 3 times a day at each meal, take a breath and start over. And just know that sugar will be a battle probably for the rest of your life. And that's okay, because that's a healthy habit, is watching your sugar intake and cutting down and cutting back, and even going on a 30-day whole 30 no sugar detox. So that is my number 4 healthy habit that I'm going to keep working on into 2021. Number 5, and this has to do with sleep also, is my light diet and your light diet. You've probably heard that we get too much blue light from looking at our computers, like I'm doing right now. So if you're overwhelmed or don't understand the science about blue light, check out my blog about blue light. And if you can only do one thing this year to kind of work on the blue light, it's to put a filter on your computer and on your phone. And most smartphones have them built in already. They're usually a feature in the phone. If not, you can download an additional app so that you're not getting so much blue light, especially at night when your body really needs to be calming down, your brain needs to be calming down so that you can go to sleep. Okay, so your light diet, that is my number 5 healthy habit that I'm going to keep working on in 2021. Number 6, fasting. Now, if you're on the waves, the internet and the blogs and the health this and that, you've probably heard about fasting, and it might seem overwhelming. Now, I'm not talking about fasting from water, because I already established you need water. And I'm not talking about 24-hour fasts. I'm talking about anywhere from 13 to 18-hour fasts. So these are relatively doable for most people. The science is in. It does increase your longevity. It does increase weight loss, and it actually can improve cognition, so brain function. So in 2021, I will be doing about the same amount of fasting, which my goal is to do that 1 time per week. So if you want more info or coaching on that, you can get a consultation on my website. My next healthy habit for 2021 is to be a fathead. Yes, you heard me. I am not afraid of eating fat, and I hope that you aren't either. The most important fat for us is omega-3s, and we get those primarily from fish oil. I have a blog about omega-3s and fish oil, so you can read all the details about that. But you've heard enough about omega-3s already to know that you need them. So whether you're getting those in your diet by eating wild-caught seafood daily, or you're taking a high-quality supplement, you've got to do that for your brain, for your fat head, but also for every other cell in your body. So in 2021, I will be continuing to take my fish oil and eating wild-caught salmon mostly, but also wild-caught seafood. And this is a pretty easy one to adopt. So I challenge you, if you're not already doing it, to get on board. My next healthy habit for 2021, and this is a work in progress, at least for me. Some people are great at this, but movement. I don't call it exercise because I don't love exercise, but I don't mind moving. So sitting is the new smoking, as you've heard, and you can read my blog about that. So moving my body on a regular basis and finding joy and excitement in that, whether it's just going for a walk or doing some stretches. I love yoga. I love Qigong. I love bowspring yoga. I love foundation training. There's all sorts of movements that I can do that make me healthier. And so it's just making the time for that and having the right attitude about it. Now, if you're somebody who loves going to the gym, then continue on in that movement healthy habit. But if you struggle to get in enough movement, then find those things that you enjoy and do them. That's the key, is doing them. So my number 9 healthy habit for 2021 is the forefront of medicine, and that is microbiome. So that's all of the bacteria and other organisms that live inside of you and me that don't belong to us. Mostly, we're hoping that we have a lot of probiotics and not a lot of bad biotics. All of these studies that have come out since the Microbiome Project launch are showing that our health, especially our mental health and digestive health and immune health, are tied to the balance of bacteria that we have inside of our bodies. And so if you're not taking probiotics, now is the time to find one that works for you. My favorites are Dr. Ohhira's, which I've written a blog on, and Genestra's HMF products. They have a full line that are geared toward individual conditions or symptoms. So if you need a consult on that, we can hook you up with one of those, call the office and sign up. So your microbiome, think about how to take care of your microbiome in 2021. And the number 1 thing is to take probiotics. And the number 2 thing is to cut down on your added sugars. So those 2 go hand in hand. My last healthy habit for 2021 is drum roll please, a big concept for me and maybe for you, and it's called self-compassion. I think we all inherently know what that means. That means be nice to yourself, take care of yourself. And for some people, that comes easier than others. For me, not so easy. I heard a YouTube, a TEDx talk the other day talking about how we treat other people in relation to how we treat ourselves. So in other words, if a friend had a big disappointment or a failure or didn't follow through on something, in general, we would be quite compassionate and say, oh, that's okay, you'll do better next time, I'm rooting for you, and be very supportive. But we're not always that way to ourselves. And the research shows that fear or beating up on ourselves gets us worse results than if we just loved ourselves and built ourselves up and had self-compassion. So in other words, if you are a procrastinator and you're always beating yourself up because you're not getting things done, you're actually defeating that purpose. You're really not getting your end result. If you want to get your end result, you need to build yourself up and show yourself some self-compassion and find out maybe why you're procrastinating and work through that. So fear is a great motivator, but love and self-compassion are even better motivators. And the science shows that. That's not just somebody's woo-woo philosophy, although it has been in philosophy since the Buddhists started philosophizing about love, self-compassion, and metta, as it's called. So those are my 10 healthy habits that I'm going to keep working on or institute in the new year. I hope that you can pick out a few that work for you or that you would like to work on, and drop me a comment below on our YouTube station here so that we can hear what you are working on. And from all of us at Healthy Habits Living, we hope that you have a very healthy and happy 2021.